How's it going, people? It is Liam Caddison here, and we are reacting to the final episode of the Book of Boba Fett, Season 1. Maybe with Season 2 on the horizon, I can only hope, because I don't think it's been officially announced yet, so, but like I said, I hope that's the case, because I've really enjoyed watching the Book of Boba Fett. Obviously, it's had its flaws and whatnot, but I've really enjoyed this experience. So yeah, and I'm excited to see how we do close things out with the first season, because I'm expecting it to be quite action-packed, quite brutal potentially. So yeah, and there might be the prospect of a few reunions on the cards, because last week, and it's still so satisfying reliving this moment, we had the live-action introduction of Cad Bane, and he's involved with the Pike, so that's all fun and games. But yeah, we had the live introduction of Cad Bane. Seeing people's reactions to that was just so glorious, especially with the impact he's already had in the Star Wars universe in animation form. So, and not just that though, but we have the opportunity to kind of adapt into live action a moment that should have happened in the Clone Wars, where which I spoke of last week, where Boba and Cad had that shootout, and I think that was supposed to be Cad's death, as well as an explanation to how Boba got the dent in his armor. So, yeah, I am excited for that prospect. We also have the possibility of seeing Grogu again in this episode, though I'm not sure if the cliffhanger that we left, I have a feeling it might be resolved in this episode, but it could be a case where they might leave it until Mando Season 3. But yeah, we had Grogu face a very difficult decision where he had to choose the way of the Mandalorian or the way of the Jedi. And like I said, I feel like it's going to be one or the other. I can see why people might think that there might be the opportunity for both to go his way, like, especially when you consider Tar Vizsla. But I do also feel like with Luke asking Grogu this question, as well as how he knows how bad things went in regards to his father, and Ahsoka is there to kind of give that caution, I feel like there's going to be the strict implement of choose one or the other. So, and I kind of have a feeling where it's going to go, especially since the cockpit in Mando's new ship needs a second passenger, and I don't think anyone else is going to fit that. So, yes, but like I said, we'll have to wait and see if that's going to be resolved in this episode or the next, the next episode, I guess, in the Mandalorian kind of saga, which would be, I'm assuming, episode 1 of season 3 for the Mandalorian. So, yeah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to checking things out. So, with that said, let's get into the final episode of the Book of Boba Fett, season 1. Let's go.
Mos Espa can become a prosperous city under our protection. Spice is killing our people.
Gotta think long term.
Head Marshal Vant and the people of Mos Pelgon.
Freetown is its name now.
Let the people of Freetown know they have my word.
You can tell Cop Vant himself when he arrives here with the reinforcements.
You were confident.
Yeah, and a busted shoulder.
We destroyed them ourselves. Does Fett know that? He has no idea. He thinks they were killed by Nikto speedbikers.
Yeah, because you're a bunch of assholes.
To encourage such a conclusion. He meted out his revenge on them.
It's an X-Wing! What's an X-Wing doing here?
Grogu's... Wait, is Luke returning to Tatooine? Holy shit!
Stay in here, lock it up, will you? Hide that, get rid of that!
Grogu's made his choice.
Mandalorian? He's not here. I don't know, he's on a job in Mos Espa. But just slow down, give me a second. You just got here. Let me say hello to my old pal.
I love the idea that she's interacting with R2.
Come here.
There's so much sass energy to be had.
Oh, that's a terrible name. Sorry about that, pal. No way am I calling you that.
I'm here to negotiate on behalf of the Pike Syndicate.
I don't negotiate with gutless murderers.
Oh, shit.
That's not the quack to call in the stifling slimy.
Clear out. Tell your bosses
you say
we
that
know
to
they're outnumbered.
Bo-Katan's
I wouldn't be counting on the
ally.
people of Freetown.
Of the Pike Syndicate.
You mean the one that massacred your Tuscan family and blamed it on a speed bike?
Oh, fuck. That's a low blow.
Tell your client negotiations are terminated.
Not yet. Not yet. Come on, Chrysanthemum. Come on. Oh, no, 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 no. Chrysanthemum, no.
Get to the sanctuary.
Hey. Thank you.
Manners. I like it. You're welcome.
Here comes the cavalry.
We'll both die in the name of honor.
You sure you want to stay?
No, we need Mando Season 3.
This is the way.
Refuse these terms, the arid sands of Tatooine will once again flourish with flowered fields fertilized with the bodies of your dead.
Oh my god, Boba, you son of a bitch.
His words.
Oh, there we go. Oh, man. Oh, this is so badass.
They just keep coming. The people are freaked out.
Yes!
I owe you a nice long soak in the back to tank when this is done. They're falling back.
This time Boba's gonna jump him. Oh shit! Yeah, this just got from bad to worse. Now we got like battle droids essentially. Yes! Darksaber time! Let's go. Oh my fuck. Jesus. Just keep
through.
Oh my god! Yeah, turn around! Turn around! Penny, turn around! Turn around! Yeah, Penny, turn around!
Hey, what are you doing here? Oh. Okay, little guy. I'm happy to see you too.
I know, my
I didn't
heart!
know when I'd see you again. It's okay. Yeah. I missed you too, buddy.
Oh! Oh shit, is this the Rancor? Boba is coming into town on the Rancor! Holy fuck, yes! Okay, this thing has got a... Oh my god! Come on, Grogu, you can do it. Oh! It's on the... Yeah. Oh my god! Get rid of it.
I am not a threat.
Nice
No.
head tails.
No, kill him, Pelly. Pelly, come on.
Pelly's got you covered.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
No time for that.
Oh, it would have been just so good if she just got rid of him. Oh, lordy.
But I have armor.
Let's find out.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, fuck.
Not the time you jet off to your back. Look out for yourself. Anything else is weakness.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
I knew you were a killer.
Oh! Holy fuck! Oh shit, it really is going the King Kong route, isn't it? No! Good on you, kid. Good on you. Look at how he's grown. That is adorable. I cannot lie.
Be a barbecue.
Shit. Holy shit, Fennec.
This is the last time.
Oh. So glorious. I can't, you know, say what was bad about that. So this had quite a lot going for it. I had a feeling, obviously, that Cad Bane was going to die. I didn't think there was going to be a situation where both parties would come off unscathed. One had to die, and it was never going to be Boba. So, oh man, I'm so excited for. I'm going to check if there's a post credit. I am so excited to see if to see how Mando season 3 is going to get used. There is a post credit scene. Yeah, it's Cobb. Okay, cool. Hello? 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 Okay. I had a feeling that Cobb was gonna... Like, as soon as they said that well, Boba said, "Oh, the bacta tank's being used," and then Chrysanthemum shows up a second later. I had a feeling because, like, as I mentioned, I think I mentioned this in the intro, so it might not be in the YouTube version, but many people have said it anyways. Cobb Vanth was shot in the shoulder, so unless his heart was located in his shoulder, then there was a good possibility that his death was not a death, and that he would live to see the other day. The deputy was dead as heck. So yeah, but not just the fact that was Cobb shot in the shoulder, but the deputy got shot several times, so he was definitely not surviving that one. No, but I thought this was a pretty neat conclusion. There was all manners of situations where things looked to be impossible for Boba and Co. There were some really good moments, and I also feel like this is going to be pretty satisfying for those who wanted to see a lot more Boba action. And we got him riding into it. We got him riding in with the Rancor. So, man, but how they inspired that Rancor to be King Kong essentially was just nuts. Just especially with him just reacting to the droids, it was just superb. But I thought this was a pretty neat conclusion. So yeah, that was pretty enjoyable stuff. I will say the direction felt a little bit off at certain points, but nothing too detrimental in my opinion. Nothing too off-putting. It was still really intense, enjoyable, and there was just a lot of hecticness all around. So yeah, I just want to know if Max Rebo survived, because that's the thing that's been keeping me up all week. When the casino exploded, we didn't see Max in the casino, but we don't know if he survived. So no, but I really thought this was a good and neat conclusion. I have a feeling we will definitely be getting a season 2 of Book of Boba Fett. Especially with how there might be that kind of prediction with what Cad said about how you're not fit for this, etc. And it's all calm right now with Boba ruling and him standing tall. But I feel like season 2 can capitalize on the fact that maybe he is not fit to run things. I don't know. I feel like they might be going in that. I don't feel like this is a conclusion for Boba, if that makes sense. I feel like we will be definitely getting a kind of a conflict potentially for season 2. Who knows? But yeah. But yeah, I mean, I can see a few people being a bit upset about Cad just being brought in with the closing moments of the last episode and him just getting, if anything, 5 minutes of screen time in total, maybe less, before he died. I can see that happening. Quite frankly, I had a feeling that Cad was going to die. Like I said, I had a feeling that we would have a kind of live action adaptation of what was supposed to be included with the Clone Wars in terms of Boba versus Cad. And yeah, I couldn't see, unless Cad ran away, I could not see a scenario where both of them would survive, and I don't think we would be ending on a bit of a dark ending with Boba just dying from Cat's hand. So, yeah, and I did like the utilization of Boba using the gaffy stick to kill Cad, because it is a very great symbolism of him vowing his departure from the bounty hunting life and adopting a new way of life, utilizing what he adopted from the for the Tuscans. So, yeah, I think people will be wanting a kind of a shootout of sorts between Cad and Boba. But I do like the symbolism and how he is vowing to move away. Ooh, pardon me. Move away from this kind of life. So, yeah. But that's just me. So yeah. But like I said, I feel like there might be people who might be a bit saddened with how Cad was utilized and how quickly he was introduced, and yeah. So yeah, and there might be a few people who might be who might have thought he should have been brought in earlier, so we could utilize as much Cad as we can. But I am pretty sufficed with the utilization of Cad Bane in this. So yeah, but yeah, I really thought this was quite action packed. There was a lot that was going around, to be fair, like from the CIS droids ish to the to how it was not looking too good for, I guess, the protagonists of this, from looking at Chrysanthemum getting jumped with the Trandosians, with how Boba and Mando were, like, they were struggling at certain points when the Pike Syndicate decided to, shoot at them. So yeah, I really thought that that it was quite action packed. And that's what I kind of expected. Obviously, Boba Fennec, they were preparing for war, and with this being the final episode, you were expecting it all to unfold, especially with Cad Bane coming on. That just escalated things tenfold. So, yeah. So I really thought that it was quite fun, especially when the Rancor showed up and tore shit apart like it was Godzilla or King Kong. I was just sitting there thinking, when it was just dealing with the CIS droids, I'm just going to call them that, because I will go into a bit of an explanation in a bit, but when the Rancor was dealing with those droids, it was acting in a very Godzilla King Kong way. And then they just top it off by having a having a deliberate reference to King Kong with the tower. So yeah, I really thought that seeing the Rancor just tear apart the droids as like brutal as it did, and some of the movements, it was just very, very uncanny to what you would expect from something like Godzilla or King Kong, I guess. So yeah, but it was just really, really great, and I do kind of hope they utilize those droids a bit further in other shows. Because there seems to be a bit of an adaptation from the CIS droids, which is really, really worrisome, considering, they were all supposed to be decommissioned, but it seems like some of the tech has still survived, because obviously you see the shields being put up, and that is very, very reminiscent to the droidicas, of course. Except it's seemingly more involved, because even Mando Mando has been trying to adapt to the Darksaber, obviously, but he still managed to give the Darksaber a good whack off the shields, and it was not doing shit. So, yeah, I do kind of hope we see those droids, or at least more droids in the future, in terms of them using remnants of the CIS, because I think that's a very, very great opportunity. It's very, very opportunistic, if anything, especially in the Ahsoka series coming up, although we don't know when that is set, but still, it's enough to assume that it's going to be it's going to be Ahsoka from present day. So yeah, so I'm hoping we will see those droids again, potentially in the Ahsoka series and the Mando season 3 potentially, and plus it gives a great change, I guess, to just seeing the stormtroopers. Yeah, but I do kind of expect we'll see them in some capacity again, because, like I said, they were utilizing certain CIS technology, in my opinion, especially with the shield. And yeah, like I said, I feel like it's a great opportunity to kind of show that, hey, they were all done, or so you think, etc. So yeah, and plus they were a nightmare to handle. So like, it took a Rancor to decommission them, which speaks volumes. So like I said, very opportunistic. And of course, we had Grogu make his decision as soon as the X-Wing showed up, and you saw the dome of R2. I think we all were like, yep, he's made his decision. He's staying with Mando. I was kind of hoping to see Luke in the cockpit. I feel like that is a great contrast to the Mando Season 2 finale, because we saw the X-Wing come up and we were all like, wait, is this Luke? And then we see the X-Wing in this episode, but Luke wasn't in there. So it's a nice change, isn't it? Because I say this because it kind of did get your hopes up, especially with the fact that the X-Wing came to Tatooine. And obviously there would be a bit of that nostalgia, because obviously Luke grew up on Tatooine. So we were thinking, he's returning home, isn't he? But see, at first I was a bit sad, but I feel like it was the right move to not have Luke in the X-Wing, because that would have been, that would have taken that would have taken like some time away from some of the action, etc., just to focus on Luke and nostalgia, etc. Because we don't know what would have happened if Luke returned to Tatooine. Like, would he visit where he grew up at? What would his reactions to returning to Tatooine? So I am kind of glad that Luke wasn't in the cockpit, because of the fact that it would have taken away just to focus on a bit of nostalgia. Plus, I feel like it might have been a bit too painful for him to return, if that makes sense. So yeah, but all we know is Grogu made his choice, and it was pretty much one that I was expecting. So yeah, but it was just so good to see him being able to quell the Rancor, and then he cuddled up to it. So I thought that was wholesome, as well as the whole reunion with Mando and Grogu and the Force jump that happened there. So, but I really loved the utilization of Grogu in this, because I thought he would have been the one to take down the droids. But like I said, that was the perfect opportunity for the Rancor, who I kind of forgot about the fact that would be, because there's been so much that's been happening in these last few weeks of the Book of Boba Fett, that I forgot about the Rancor and the possibility that Boba would be waltzing in with the Rancor, and it was just so glorious when it did. So, because, yeah, it was able to take down the two droids. Not just that, though, but I just gotta love the fact that Boba was worried about how much damage would be done during this war. And then there's this Rancor that shows up. So, yeah, but no, I really thought this was pretty neat for a conclusion. And yeah, and of course we have Compilations, who survived, as you'd expect. I loved how they did try to play it out as if he did die, because you had the bar guy who's like, oh, Cat shot him down in cold blood. I was not believing it for 1 second. Like I said, he was shot in the shoulder, so unless his heart was there, yeah. And I think it seems to elucidate the fact that he might be getting some modifications potentially. So there is that. So not just does he survive the attack, but also he seemingly might be getting a few upgrades, so that should be very, very interesting. Don't know what capacity he will be used in. Maybe for Boba Season 2, potentially, since he's resting in the Bacta tank. But it's seemingly enough to indicate that Cobb is returning in some capacity. Just when is the question. But yeah, I thought the action was pretty neat. I will say I would have thought that Boba would be the one to deal with everyone in the end, not Fennec. because of the fact that the leader of the Pike Syndicate, he obviously lied about the fact that, Boba thinks that the Riders killed the Tuskens, but it was us, so ha ha ha. Not just that though, but you have the other members of which we had the discussion with Boba in episode 4. They basically shout on Boba's advice: if you're not going to partner with me, then don't bother. I mean, the message was still sent by Fennec, in brutal fashion in some cases. Like, she hung the bloody mayor, for crying out loud. But, I was expecting Boba to just have one final badass moment for the episode and just wipe the floor with everyone. So, but I guess it makes sense with Fennec, because for a long period of time, I was beginning to think, wait, where's Fennec in all of this? So, yeah. But, yeah. I thought that was a pretty satisfactory conclusion for me. This was pretty fun stuff. We got some amazing sequences, like even having Boba and Mando fighting back to back. So good. But yeah, sets things up for, I guess, season 3 of Mando. For season 2 of Boba, where we'll see if things can be all calm for Boba now that his leadership is stable, but will it be? Will Cad's bane come back to Cad's words come back to haunt him? We'll have to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to seeing what the future brings. And now we'll be returning to Tatooine, won't we? With Kenobi in a couple of months' time on May the 4th. Because they haven't given an exact date, but they said that Kenobi's dropping in May. And given the fact that the 4th is on a, Wednesday for me, that is pretty suspicious, isn't it? So, I'm just going to say that I will see you guys for Kenobi on May the 4th. Because what other date would you want the show to kick off at, right? So, but yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!